Hi, Sharon Durbin Graves, paintingwithacrylics101.com. Happy to have you here today. I'm not in my studio, I'm actually in my basement. But that's okay. I want to teach you today, I want you to understand today about perspective. Perspective comes in lots of different forms, lots of different ways. We're talking today about perspective of roads, streams, field rows. Okay, so I have a sketchbook here. It's just a cheap sketchbook from Walmart, just 50 pounds, and it was $8, 100 sheets. But this is how I work out problems, is with this inexpensive thing. The paper's flimsy, it's thin, I'm not going to get anything. I'm just trying to work something out. And so, when I have it worked out, then I'll keep it in my studio while I'm painting something from it or creating a better drawing on better paper. But anyway, I'm going to give you a horizon line back here. I'm using a really dark 8B pencil, okay, there. Now, if I wanted to draw a road or paint a road or a river, and I want it to curve around here, or even just to go back. But I like the curve. I like the movement in the curve. So here's our midpoint. This is just for my information. It's not for anything for you to worry about, but I put it there, and you'll understand it in a minute. Okay, so I'm going to start over here in the corner, and I'm going to curve it around to that point. Okay, so there you see that. Now, I want to have a perspective of the road or the river going back, okay, going back into the distance. So I can't have it, I need to start it about mid-length of my surface, whatever my support is, my paper, my canvas, whatever. If I'm looking at it from right here, it needs to be about half the distance of the support, and then it can curve and head back that way, okay? That gives you the perspective that you're standing here looking down the road. Now, if I were to make it a road and I wanted, like it would come down the middle. There's that's the striping on the road. I could put rocks or whatever. Whatever I do, though, it's going to be bigger here, and in order to be correctly perspected, it has to get smaller as it goes back here. Now, let me just add a couple little details, and you'll understand, I think, a little better what's happening here and why this works. So back here in the distance, I've got a mountain I'm putting in there. And over here is another one. There, so now you see that road going back and in between the two mountains. And it's going to go over the hill. You're not going to see the other side. But that gives you the perspective of that road going back. If you kept it this wide all the way back, your balance, your perspective, all of that would be off. And if you didn't have it this much distance, if it was too narrow, let's say you started here and went back to there, it's too narrow. It's not the right perspective either. So you have to have that half the distance at the bottom. Right here at the bottom of your support, your canvas, your paper, whatever, you need to have that correct. And then it can go back to whatever point you have determined is your vanishing point in the horizon. Okay? So this is basically for beginning drawers, artists, learning how to understand what perspective is, how the eye perceives things. Your eye is so amazing that if you will just give it a little bit of information, it'll fill in all the rest. You don't have to give it every bit of information. Just give it some, and it'll fill in all the rest. And you can see that when I added these mountains in here, it made perfect sense. And then when I added the line, the striping line, see, these would be much bigger. Let me get my pencil back out. These are closer to you, so they are bigger, they're longer. As they go back, they get shorter, maybe lighter. See how that works? So that's perspective. If your painting starts to look flat or whatever, I would check my values and check my perspective. So thanks a lot. Have a great day. Let's paint together real soon. Painting with Acrylics 101.com. See you later.